Hello and welcome to ChopChopChef. Today, if you're up for it, I love to do with you my version of a hazelnut crescent, or hazelnut Philadelphia crescent. So this is a nice quick thing to do, again for an afternoon tea or a snack sort of just on the side. For that hazelnut crescent, let's have a look over here, first of all on the ingredients, what we need. And I have this prepared for you. So we have, obviously, let me show this to you here, of course hazelnut, obviously is obvious, right? Hazelnut flour, hazelnut, sugar, plain flour, soft butter, Philadelphia cream cheese, fresh eggs, in here is a little bit cream, and yes, I have a little bit vanilla sugar, and this flour here is just for dusting later on, right? So this is sort of the standard ingredients what we need to do our hazelnut crescent, but at the same time I thought today I just quickly show you as well the other toys what we're needing to do this job. Obviously we need a pastry rolling pin, pastry rolling pin. We need a KitchenAid whisk, and then we have a scale, absolutely. We're having a pastry brush, and I have, of course, a pastry bowl, as well a cake ring. My cake ring here is 28 centimeter. There's a reason for it. And so this is the toys, the basic toys as well. So first thing first, we're doing the dough. When the dough is all worked together, I will divide it in 3 equal portions and put it in the fridge. Alright, to do the dough, this is the easiest part and the messiest thing. We're taking flour, butter, cream cheese, and our vanilla sugar, and we're separating 2 eggs, right? So we're separating 2 eggs, egg white, egg yolk, because the egg yolk we will need first up. Now we have the egg yolk, which we need later. Egg white we put on the side and the refrigerator in a minute. Now when we work this all together, of course we have a clean working bench. We wash our hands. This is I mean common sense, right? So alright, we're putting all the flour in the middle here. Make a little sort of ditch in the middle. So one thing done. Then already I have 2 packets of vanilla sugar, which we can put in here. Okay, and then we have our cream cheese, right? Philadelphia cream cheese. This is all a little bit soft, so I left it out of the refrigerator for a little while, so it has room temperature. The same is our butter here, right? So all this goes here as well. All that butter, look at that. I told you always, you know, butter and cream, my favorite ingredients. And now, of course, we work this a little bit together. So from the outside in or inside out, however you want to call it. So we make a nice dough. Let's put there a little bit thing here. We're putting our 2 egg yolks in here. Okay, we got that one sorted. And this one now on the beginning, a little bit be careful so you don't have your flour all over the place. And that's in a minute I show you why I have my pastry horn here. There's a pastry horn I call it. So we always squeeze it nicely in the middle. Let's not squeeze it, scrape it, right? Scrape it in the middle, and we continue working. Now this will take around 3-4 minutes till we have a beautiful, nice dough. My dough is well worked together. Now I want to make sure I take all the little bits and pieces from this bench, right? Have a look at this, I do a little bit more. but that's what we want. Obviously we want to make sure all these ingredients, the cream cheese, the butter, is all nicely 100% worked in. Okay. Okay, so now we have our dough here, and this one we divide into 3 equal portions. Now from experience I can tell you sort of you need around 300 gram per portion size. Let's have a look at this one. Oh my god, 310. Not that bad, not that bad. 300, 306. Well, and this is the rest missing, right? Good. Okay, so now these 3 portions I put just on a plate, cover it with a little bit foil and put it in a refrigerator while I prepare my hazelnut filling. Alright, just give me a second and I will be back. Okay, to our hazelnut filling, so I have the 2 egg whites which I separated before. The egg yolk went into the dough and the egg white are in my bowl here. Now I whisk them very stiff, right? And sort of 2/3 through it, say in 5-6 minutes, then only then, when my egg white is good stiff, I'm putting the sugar in. But let's start off with just whisking the egg white on full blast. Yeah. So as I said, that will take a little while, and I will show you then my consistency of the egg white before I put my sugar and hazelnut. So I see you in 5 minutes. Okay, everybody. So my egg white, yeah, foam is very stiff, as you can see. Yeah. Have a look. It only happens if it's not falling out. All right, then you got the right consistency. We are not finished yet. So now I will take my speed on only half while I pouring in my sugar and continuing obviously whisking. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, this is one part done. Yeah, this will probably after 2-3 minutes. We want to keep this thickness before we adding the hazelnut. So our egg white and sugar, I whisked this for other probably 3-4 minutes. Now I turn my KitchenAid a little bit back on speed while I now adding the hazelnut. You do not have to change your whisks to a pastry arm, no need. And this can go all in, don't be shy. Bang, bang, bang. All right, now here comes the next part. Now you will notice your mixture will get will have a kind of a thick consistency. Yeah, at a moment, yes, still too thick, because this one we want to achieve this is nice and spreadable on our rolled out dough. Okay, what I do now is, have a look, far too thick, right? We cannot spread. I have a little bit fresh cream. Now I'm adding the cream on, but be careful, not all at once, right? You want to achieve a consistency, so you can take a palette knife and spread it nicely on your rolled out dough. Okay, I continue on low. Let's put in a little bit, work that nicely under. Let's see how this goes. We still need more. Yeah, obviously you don't want to have it too runny, but now this one is perfect. Nice consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, so our mixture is ready. Putting that on the side. Now comes the next part. Okay, here it is. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here. We prepare our bench to roll out our dough. So a little bit flour. So as I said before, we just dust it a little bit, right? Then we have our rolling pin. I always put a little bit flour on here and then just sort of, you know, coat it softly. Now I get one portion of our dough out of the refrigerator. Okay, so what we're doing now? Now what to my recipe I want to achieve, we're rolling out now this dough to a decent round, but minimum 28 centimeter in diameter. Okay? Okay, therefore only for the purpose of this show, I obviously have again a ruler, 28 centimeter. At the same time, my cake ring I already adjusted to the 28 centimeter. Okay, dough. That's kind of easy, yeah? So you slow motion, roll it in all directions as you can, because we want to try to keep kind of round. Occasionally go with the palette knife, a little bit underneath here, yeah. If my eyesight is correct, we should be nearly there. All right, 28 centimeter. Oh yeah, hocus pocus, focus pocus. Good, good, good. All right, we're taking our ring and put it nicely on top. Give it a squeeze. Easy, yeah, we take the outside off. Hopefully you don't have too much. Okay, putting that on the side. Same with the ring. Easy done. Okay, now we have our beautiful first base. And now we're taking our hazelnut spread and putting this on. So remember, I had three portions of the dough. Of course, now our spread has to be equally portioned as well. And I can tell you, I need give and take around 200 grams per roller dough. Therefore, again, my scale comes very handy, right? So let's put 200 grams on here. Okay, that was 200 grams. This goes on here. Right, and that's what we have to spread out. So simple. Now I have this palette knife, right? And let's spread it out as good as we can. Okay, getting there, huh? Okay. And it's the same thing here. We want to make sure that you spread it out, hopefully evenly enough, right? Because the next part comes. Okay. All right. So we got this one sorted. Okay. Now we divide this circle into 8 pieces. Yeah. If you're having obviously a cake divider, you can use a cake divider. I just use this knife. Okay. Let's see if my calculations are correct. Okay, we got quarters, and then one more. There you go. And that's obviously is completely up to you. You can make smaller ones as well, yeah, by all means. Yeah, you can make 16 out of it or 10. So up to you. 12. All right, I get quickly my baking tray and I'll continue. All right, so our mixture is on it. We divided it by 2, 4, 6, 8, right? And now we're taking segment by segment a little bit out. Don't be shy. You can take it easy like that. Put it here, and now we roll it from the outer circle to the inside. And don't press it too hard, but yes, of course, good enough. I make this in slow motion, so boom, 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 right? And then we roll it. Look at this. I don't put any pressure on whatsoever. And when we're coming to the end, this piece you want to have on the base. So like that, stop. Now next one is, because we say crescent, right? So we have to bend it from the outside in. So like that, like that, like that. Okay, now I take this baby and put it on my baking tray. That's hazelnut crescent number 1. Let's do this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're taking this, we're doing that, and then we roll it from the outside like that, and give it a squeeze, and I put it here again. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will do all this, right? Same thing, copy and paste with my other two portions of dough, and then I have it all on a tray, and we continue. See you in 5 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, I finished all my hazelnut croissants or hazelnut crescents, right? Last but least, we have to brush them with egg wash, egg yolk, or I have a full egg. So when you obviously do this one, make sure it's not running all the way down to the tray, because otherwise it would stick all on it. But I brush them nicely, give them a nice, this will then on the end give them a nice shine, right? So easy. And I will put them in the oven by 180 degrees. I have obviously a fan forced oven for 30 minutes. All right. Okay, I will finish this brushing, putting them in the oven, and when they're nearly ready, we reconnect. All right, our hazelnut crescents, they're in the oven by 180 degrees for 29 minutes. They're looking so good, right? And the smells as well so good. All right, 1 minute to go. I think I interrupt here. Stop the process. We open the door. Get the steam out. Oh yes, they're looking good. They're looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, let me zoom them out a little bit for you. Look at that, what you created. They're looking so nice. Beautiful hazelnut croissant. Isn't that nice? Yeah? I let them just sit here for 2-3 minutes till they cool down, and then I bring them over the bench for the presentation. Okay, just give it a little bit of rest. Our hazelnut croissants, they're ready for our guests, right? Have a look at this. They are beautiful, they are beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, if you made this recipe once, you will continue doing it all the time. Because so simple, so easy, and they are so yummy, right? And to this one goes ChopChopChef favorites coffee, right? Have a look at this, everybody. They are so good. ChopChopChef's hazelnut croissants or crescents for everybody to enjoy, you know, old or young, that's what it's all about. So nice. Yeah, we have a look. They're beautiful, nice golden brown. Yeah, on the base, you want to make sure that that is like this, right? And that is sort of, like I said before, very important that this one is on the base of your tray, right? The end bit. Yeah, very important. Check one more time. Lucky us. Have a look. Yeah, perfect. Golden brown. That's what it is. Thank you so much for joining me on ChopChopChef. Till next time.